So yeah, a little bit trickier price action here, but we expect that. This isn't random. We're not surprised by this. It's still the opening range, and we have that 10 a.m. news driver to come out and price. Enough said. Okay, that's it. We have that 9:30 opening attacking and offsetting those who have been longing. I mean, this is literally the sole reason why I usually wait until the 9:30 opening anyway to take trades after that. Because whichever direction we're going, a lot of times you'll see this type of thing where they attack those who have been taking any trades pre-market. Right? So yeah, NASDAQ clearly was not able to take out that low. ES did, so we have a slight SMT. So NASDAQ getting a little bit closer to our target here, but once again, we're waiting until 10 a.m. Because if I'm longing here, okay, it could look good, yes, but I'm opening myself up to the risk of price spiking down right at that news release and taking me out and then going higher, okay? So that's just that gamble that I'm not willing to take. I'm not willing to gamble here, okay? Every single trade that I take, I want to have absolute conviction in, and being able to apply sound risk management as opposed to, oh, okay, well, I might get stopped out here, but if I don't, I'm gonna make this amount of money. No, don't think that way. This looks really clean, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it looks clean, but in terms of longing, but I have to wait 6 more minutes, okay? I'm not gonna gamble here. Okay, we have internal sell stops taken, and we have midnight opening traded below, and then we're obviously back into the old new week opening gap extended forward. No, man, I can't imagine how many accounts were blown this morning. If only they would learn their lesson and understand that you have to wait always, like, literally just write this down or something. Write it in your rule book, whatever you have, write it down. Always wait for manipulation. That simple phrase there will take you a long way. Wait for manipulation, let the dust settle, and then look to take your trade. So I definitely don't see any reason to have a bearish bias in this market still. Okay, so that remains the same. The only conflicting factor to that, though, is just how we came down and matched this London low and how clean that is. They could leave that intact because, all in all, the larger pool of liquidity does reside above previous weekly high here, yes. So I would need to see some very strong signatures here for me to be longing with this behind me. With this aggressive expansion higher above all this manipulation in here after taking internal stops, that's exactly what you want to see, and we'd actually look to take a trade now. Okay, so I mean, don't look at this initial expansion like, oh shit, fuck, I'm missing the move, I gotta get in. Oh man, no, there's no entry in here, guys. There is no entry. Okay, I don't care what hindsight execution you see on later today, none of that. There is no high probable entry here that you can place with a sound stop loss, especially on NASDAQ. So if I'm going to be participating in this long, I'm I'm going to need some type of 5-minute entry point instead of a 1 minute, just because of how it looks on the 1 minute. Not something I would want to trade just yet still. This is our unrealized range here. So we take where we're at in price now to our main terminus target, and anything in this discount range, that would be okay for our long if it presents, but anything up here, no. So if we do get a retracement to a 5-minute gap here, I would be buying that, okay? This balance price range right here, and then this absolutely needs to stay open for bullishness, okay? I'm not tolerating any pricing down into here. Alright, so I'll go and long this one contract. Boom. We're in. Alright, so I'm longing this inversion for value gap right here, and I'm longing the very low end of the breaker there. You see that? Remember, there's 3 things that I'm buying here. I'm buying the inversion gap here, this 5-minute. Buying the low end of the breaker. Let's go to the 1 minute. Okay, I'm buying the very low of the breaker here, right? I'm buying the inversion gap, and I'm buying the short-term sell stops resting below here. So yeah, I'm letting my stop breathe a little bit. I opened it up 6 handles instead of 5, just because I want to let price breathe a little bit here, just because NASDAQ is a little bit shallow here. So I just don't want to have a super tight stop loss here. And remember, why are we longing ES and not NASDAQ? Because NASDAQ, we're going to have to open ourselves up to more risk. and ES has a lot more catching up to do. Nasdaq has already done a lot more damage to the upside. Okay, so ES is the one you want to be trading. But I don't know, this looks pretty obvious and clean to me. I like this setup. This is something that I look for in price in terms of me executing in the market. And yeah, I like it. I like the risk management. I like the risk to reward. Everything is perfect here. I just need to simply sit still and let the market do its thing. Okay, whether that's the stop loss or the take profit, it doesn't matter. Okay, everything is set in stone here. That's following my risk management plan and my model. Also, if you want to take this manipulation leg here, I'm just going to be using the bodies here just because of the manipulation to the downside. This will be 63. So from this high here, you're going to want to, okay, from the high there, you do 63. And this just so happens to take us just above previous weekly high up here. There, but basically, I'm just showing you that one standard deviation takes us right above previous weekly high. And we're deriving the standard deviation off of the manipulation due to swing leg. Okay, perfect. These highs are too clean as well, like I already said, for NASDAQ. So we just reached 11 a.m. here. Okay, we're opening on a new hourly candle. All right. So, I mean, just look at this next hourly candle as like a daily time frame. What are we more likely to do? Are we more likely to trade lower, or are we more likely to open and trade higher? Obviously, trade higher. All right, beautiful. Nice expansion. Told you guys I'm not moving anything. Everything's remaining the same. All right. Beautiful expansion there. Okay, I believe NASDAQ just took the high now. Yes, perfect. Okay, so a small little run on short-term stops right there. Also, for those, once again, those that are using multiple contracts, I would definitely take, if you really want to hold on for the largest portion of the potential move, you can hold on for that standard deviation that I showed you above previous weekly high for full TP. But if you are doing that, you absolutely want to take a partial here, previous weekly high, and trail your stop loss up into profit. So it's only a matter of time before we really just slam right up into that previous weekly high here. Just a matter of time. Should be within the next 2 minutes here. Okay, almost there. So risk is now close to none and closing in on that previous weekly high that I called out before market open this morning. Any second now. Closing in. All right, there we go, guys. So that's 15 handles. straight to previous weekly high. Okay, one trade. This is the only trade I'm going to be taking. I will analyze the PM session with you guys. I'll be back. If I see anything that's noteworthy or something that I think we should be trading, then obviously I'm going to go ahead and boot up a PM live stream. But for now, we beautifully just made $700 in what, 30 minutes? 40 minutes maybe?